But first, X-Games 5 and the most extreme athletes on Earth go vertical, coming up next.
The city by the bay, a history of extreme and excess, has embraced the X Games with foaming at the mouth frenzy. And new stars like Motorhead marvel Travis Pastrana, 15-year-old 4.0 student with the most awesome trick arsenal in Moto X. And recent high school grad Aaron Shamy. Yeah, he's vertically challenged, but he'll be the world's best vertical sprinter if he can fight off the Russians. And who's better on the vert ramp than Tony Hawk or Andy McDonald? How about both skateboard legends in the half pipe at the same time? All part of the World Party in the Pier, X Games 5 in San Francisco.
The serene setting of San Francisco Bay, the backdrop for an incredible racing spectacle. Thousands have gathered at the base of our 60-foot vertical drag strip, the site of the men's speed climbing finals. An American, Chris Block, a two-time bridesmaid in '96 and '97, and a bronze medalist last year looking to break through. Earlier in the quarterfinals against Vladimir Zakharov, who had set an X Game record in the first round with a 13 flat, and Block able to blow by Vladimir as he slips in the mid part of the wall.
I'm racing the world champion. I got to beat him. I mean, all the training comes down to it right now. So really psyched, really pumped, feeling like I'm in the zone, like everything is going my way, knock on wood. So hopefully everything is going to come through, bring home the gold.
Chris Block joins American Aaron Shamy along with Vladimir Netsvitaev and Andrei Vinomir, three of the four medalists from last year's X Games. As we move on to the semifinal action, Netsvitaev, last year's gold medalist against Block, three-time speed climbing medalist here at the X Games, but never a gold. Netsvitaev has never lost a speed event in the last 2 years. And both of their styles are very similar, Tim.
Yes, both of these men are quick off the block, but Netsvitaev makes a crucial slip.
Block also slipping, but maintains a slight lead as they head up the wall. This is going to be close. Chris Block, an upset here, knocking off the gold medalist from last year's X Games.
Here, Block's almost falling off the wall. It's amazing that he won this race. You can see he uses a double dyno to set up for the bell.
That was clearly the difference in the race as Block advances to the final and for the first time ever in a competition beats Netsvitaev. Men's speed climbing explained it's pretty simple. Head-to-head competition. The field is seeded by times in a preliminary round, and the first to the top advances to the next round. Still to come, the diminutive but very powerful U.S. climber Aaron Shamy, who in 1998 was edged out by Vladimir Netsvitaev. Both got off to a very good start and were very powerful, similar in style, but at the top of the wall, that was the difference, Tim.
Shimy uses an indirect sequence out to the left due to his shorter stature.
In fact, the tail of the tape shows that 5'6" Shamy gives up a lot of height to the 6'3" Netsvitaev. Their weight, almost 30 pounds in difference. Shoe size also a problem. Look at the hands, so important in grabbing those small holes on the 60-foot wall, and the feet placement. Of course, Shamy having much smaller feet. Again, taking a closer look, the route was the difference in his loss last year, but he has a different strategy in '99.
When I get to the top, I'm going to try and take a longer, more reachy route for myself, but I'm going to try and jump to it. That way maybe we'll do some catch-up time there.
As the energetic Shamy prepares for his semifinal run, we take time out to visit him in his home state of Utah.
You.
Oh, how long is this program? There's so many things that make me happy. Just the littlest things can make me happy.
Hey, what do you think of this trick right here?
I know that God created this beautiful earth for all of us, and we need to live everyday life to its fullest.
The mountain is too big to climb without the use of ropes and an open mind.
The pacing of his climbing is amazing. The explosiveness of his climbing is amazing. And it's rooted in, I think, the exuberance of his personality. He kicks his feet up really high on the wall. And then with those feet firmly planted, he throws from his lower back. He'll throw his hips up and in and jump out of his feet to the next hole several feet above him. And it's beautiful and it's expressive and it's the whole body working together.
There's living to be done. You got mountains to climb.
Can you be cool and be religious at the same time?
I'm gonna kill you.
Look at me, come on.
Dude, what's next?
He has a really strong belief and faith in God, and I think that faith makes it easier for him to have faith in himself and to believe that he's going to be a success. It's sort of like the divine power spot.
Philosophy of living is day by day for me right now. Just go for it, live for the day, and just be happy because there's just no time for any of that other unholy, unspiritual stuff that just corrupts people's lives, makes people unhappy. And so just do the right thing. That's what I'm trying to live. That's it. Team clap now. Johnny, no, really. All right.
Aaron Shamy prepares for his semifinal run, a former wrestler full of energy against Andrei Venemir, a two-time Ukrainian national champion.
Looks like Venemir's changing his starting foot stance. Shamy explodes off the start and floats the first 30 feet of the wall.
The indecision by Venemir cost him early on, but he's gaining on Shamy. This is going to be close. Another slip by Shamy. Unbelievable, too close to call.
You can see both men are sliding off the holds at the same point, perhaps looking too much at one another in anticipation of the race. But the difference this year for Shamy has been that he has stuck to his direct line and struggled for the bell every time.
A double dyno move, the difference, 8/100ths of a second as the crowd goes nuts here because we have an all-USA final. Aaron Shamy and Chris Block when we return.
And
two bad boys just out here making noise, looking for enlightenment and craving for excitement. Bad boys just making noise. Two bad boys.
Welcome back to the men's speed climbing final from the pier in San Francisco, California. Thousands have gathered to watch an unlikely final pair. Two bad boys who have eliminated this international field. Chris Block, a former San Francisco native and '98 bronze medalist, against the 18-year-old Aaron Shamy, who won silver medal last year in the '98 X Games. Block with a lot of pressure on him. 60 feet straight up, gold within his grasp. And both off to a great start as they scramble up the wall. This is close, neck and neck. Block with a major slip on the left-hand side. That could be it. Aaron Shamy. His mother, Rhonda, can't contain herself. The young man from Salt Lake City, Utah, the 1999 X Games gold medalist. His girlfriend, Morgan, giving him the props. Great sportsmanship as the crowd here shows their appreciation.
Here we can see both men are off to a flawless start, attacking the route, but Block's costly foot slip just opened the door for Aaron to spank it. Aaron, you went on to set the wall record. What can we say about that?
Well, it just, with each run I made less and less mistakes, and the last one was a perfect run, and so the perfect run wins.
How do you feel about your height playing a role? Because you're very short, you're shorter than the traditional successful speed climber, and you're bringing it on for the short guy now. What's up with that?
I don't know, I defy the impossible.
Defy the impossible indeed. 18-year-old Aaron Shamy with a new X Games record of 12.61 gets gold, blocked with a silver, and Vladimir Netsvitaev, the Russian, with bronze. Perhaps more importantly for the 18-year-old, a hug from his girlfriend Morgan as Aaron Shamy and the American Chris Block sent shockwaves through the speed climbing world.
There are two very happy speed climbers after the men's final. Aaron Shamy because he won the gold, and Chris Block because Shamy will not be back to defend that gold next year. He begins his 2-year mission for the Mormon Church next spring, will not be competing or even training during that time.